What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings are? To your buddy Big John and G, where Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming! So this brings us to another Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends. And this is a sort of callback to a couple of weeks prior. A couple of weeks back, I talked about a competitive take-that style fantasy-based card game, which has a large family of games and interconnecting expansions, but I didn't really touch on them. So I figured today I'd like to tell you all about some of the expansions that are really worthy, really fun, and these change things up a little bit more, which is why I wanted to deal with them separately. So why don't I give you a quick rundown of Red Dragon 4 and 5. I'll see you down at the table. And here we are again, my friends, down at the table. So, I've already gone over most of the information for Red Dragon Inn. Real quickly, it's a competitive all-versus-all, take-that style game. Lighthearted, fun to play, easy to learn. I say definitely safe for families to play. This is a family-friendly game. As far as saying family-friendly game, I also want to point out that the large number of characters that you can choose from, the large and ever-growing number, thanks to all the expansions, they have a very, very well-balanced number between male and female-looking drawn figures. Unlike a lot of games where the balance is not very well-balanced, this really is, and it's pleasant to see that. And the other thing is that these games don't play into the entire women in fantasy genres have to be drawn sexy or over sexy. No, you're not going to find any art like that in this game either. So that's another positive to why I think this is a good family-friendly game. Now, the first three games are pretty much all of the same. Each one has a deck of 4 characters. It's a very set deck. It's a locked deck for each character to use. And the cards are all very similar. Their numbers of which types of certain cards vary between the characters, which help make them feel more unique, as well as sometimes, for thematic reasons, the name of the effect of a card is changed to fit the character, although the effects are fairly similar to other cards of its type. The add-on is very fun, and there are allies that can be bought individually, and some of them add new things. There's one of them that's a shape changer, so it can literally change her shape during the game, and that gives her different effects. But as far as the core games and the core boxes go, there's not a lot of new in the first 3. It's not until we reach the 4th game, and there'll be a better picture of it put up, but this is it right here. The 4th one, the Red Dragon, or the Crimson Drake is the name of the pirate ship. Yes, a pirate ship. So the new characters in 4 are 4 pirate crew, captain and her crew. And they're very interesting characters, and they have new, unique abilities, such as the first mate being able to sort of mark other players, to help with future effects that are very interesting, but I don't want to spoil too much. But my big favorite thing with 4 is the introduction of these event cards that are optional for the game. You don't have to play them, but if you're going to get 4, just play them. Really, it ramps up the game a bit. And the way it does this is that you will choose events during the turns, and they will each have an effect that has to be played out. I think there's a couple that don't really have effects, but sometimes it's being boarded by other pirates, sometimes it's attacked by the Kraken. And, this is all going to be a problem while you're trying to get your drink on. So it does add what I find to be a very fun level to the game. And the characters in it I like. I think the only one I've played is the Captain Whitehawk. She's the only one I've played. I didn't play the others yet. But I like the way the game continues, as well as I was saying, adds on, some of these new features. So if you're interested in Red Dragon series, 4 is the way to go, because that does start this whole adding on of new aspects to the game. You see this event aspect come up again in the 6th one, but I'm not talking about that yet. That's a very interesting expansion. But what happened was, after 4, they surprised a lot of people, and they did something that's actually been on my mind for a long time. Not with thinking of them specifically, not thinking of Slugfest Games and Red Dragon in specifically, but just this idea and this concept had been in my head for games that come out with multiple expansions. And reading my mind, Red Dragon Inn came out with this huge box, the Character Trove, and that's exactly what it is. It's designed to not only be able to fit every single character from the core game and expansions 2, 3, 4, the 4 characters in this, as well as, I think at the time there was 9 allies, 7 or 9 allies out at the time that this came out. And not only does it store all of them, but it looks like there's going to be just about enough with allies. 6, 7, 7 I think is on Kickstarter now, or just finished on Kickstarter, and 8 and 9. I think this is going to take us all the way, and I think if that's the case, they're going to have a big surprise with us for 10. Yeah, they must. If it goes that far, of course they're going to have a big surprise for us, even bigger than this. God, what would we do with it? But this, it has so many great things. I mean, not only are you fitting all the characters in this game, pouches, it has room for pouches for your gold coins, pouches for tokens that represent other characters' effects, slots for each of the boxes' drink cards, space for the location encounters. I mean, every single aspect of the game. Not only have they taken into consideration at the time of this publishing, but they had foresight and looked forward to seeing how much room they thought they may need. And I think they were specifically thinking of getting them to 9. That's my opinion. But even if it wasn't that specific, they definitely had foresight, and it was very nice to see a company do that. And I definitely have to say that if you have fun with the Red Dragon Inn series and you get up to 4, right? Get 5. If you get up to box number 4, regardless of having allies or not. I haven't gotten any of the allied decks yet. I'd love to. But even if you don't have any of them like me, get 5. It's so great storing them all in one spot. Now, I still keep the boxes around. I guess mainly because I currently have the space to do that at the moment. But I'm never going to get rid of probably the first 2 boxes. And that's simply because this is not the easiest, most realistic thing to drag around. And, if I have the 2, if I just keep my Red Dragon 1 and 2, ultimately, if I need space and I get rid of these other ones, then I'll have enough easily, comfortably for 8 decks. And I could push another couple of decks in each of the boxes, which is more than enough to just take somewhere for a game day. So, you gotta try this game. It's fun. It's not that, sometimes I've seen fights in other Take That style games like, Munchkin. I've seen, and I don't mean fights, but just the heatedness sometimes of how dare you do that, is going to win. The Take That aspect can get a little hardcore sometimes, depending on the group, for Munchkin. Never. I've been playing the Red Dragon Inn games for, I think, 2 or 3 years now. I guess 3 going on now. never had anything but a ton of laughs with this game. So again, if you're going to get it, 4 for the locations and the new style characters. Like I said, some abilities like the first mate, who's a dark elf, a drow. I guess they can't legally call him that. But then 5, and you get to store it all in one space. So I hope you enjoy the game. And if you know the game and you enjoy it already, let me know about it. Put it down there. But I really want to know, if you know this game and you don't enjoy it, tell me why. You know, I'm just curious. You don't have to attack the game. Just, you know, tell me why it didn't work for you. All right. So thank you for joining me here for Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends. As you know, I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, and thank you so much for checking us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Very cool. Thank you. And we have that Zazzle store still going. I see a few people have been going over and still picking up a couple of purchases there for checking out our merch. So thank you for supporting our Zazzle store. Really cool that you're doing that. I'm hoping to crunch a little free time and work on a few new designs. I have a couple ideas in my head, so I'm hoping before this summer. Actually, I'm hoping by next couple of months in the spring, I'll have a few new designs up. But yeah, keep your eyes on that. And thank you for subscribing to us, hitting that notifying bell, for liking our videos, for commenting on our videos, and thank you so much for helping us out by sharing our videos, sharing the ones you like, the ones you think are fun or informative. You know, that really helps to get the message out about us. So that's a big thank you on all of you. All right, so your buddy Big Johnny G is out of here, my friends. I am out of here.